Hello and welcome to NIB Stadium for the first time within the SRL Mines season. It's game 2 of the round, and it's the Perth Hogs taking on the Hamilton Swarm. We've just gotten off our flight and we'll rush to the stadium. It's me, your SRL Mines Commissioner Will Kay, joined in the commentary box by Eddie Oliver, and we're looking forward to this game indeed.
Yes, indeed we are, Kay, and we've got the Hogs here and the Swarm. Both teams here having a couple of changes coming into this game. The Swarm, a couple of players being kicked out due to an activity, and also Lachlan Cashel coming in at hooker today, playing his first game in the starting lineup here for the Swarm of the season. Going to be very interested to see how he goes here today.
Absolutely, it will be, and we're looking forward to some of these matchups. You know, Kenny Ta'awa and Carter Daly, the newcomers to the Swarm, as well as Lockie Cashel, moving into that hooker role after yourself, Eddie, departed and went to the Broncos. You know, it will be interesting to see how this new Swarm lineup works. And it's Hudson James and Chris Gounder that actually drop out of the squad due to their inactivity. And I think that these two new rookies will do a good job in this game.
Indeed they will, as Daly here getting the first run. He's one of the new props here coming into the game, as you said, James leaving due to inactivity. It's been really interesting here as Caleb Jeff here gets his first run of the game. Hopefully Caleb Jeff is able to come out and perform like he did in that first game of the season. What a game it was.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal match in that one as Arkeys fed some good ball there. Ta'awa joining his brother in this game on opposite sides of the field. Unfortunately, as Nielsen is the second rower on that right side. Cashel goes to Bonsakau, and that's an early kick there from him.
That's a good
and it
kick.
Bounces. Does it get the bounce that he wants? Yes, it does. Goes into touch, but he's just outside his own 40.
Well, I thought that was one of the best kicks that I've seen of the round here so far here, Kay. But just outside the 40 there by the looks of it. It's so close.
It was just a slither.
Yeah. Good kick there. And they need to back their defense here, the Swarm. Force them to their kick. Try and keep them inside their half.
As Igor McCuzzy takes it. This is the first home game for the Perth Hogs, and I think they'll be looking forward to this one. You know, the crowd absolutely packed for this first game. That means a lot to them having their own team represented in the SRL, even if it is a Mines team. As the Swarm looking to hold on in defense. Noffel and Gowie through the line and looking dangerous in that one there. And yet the Hogs and the Swarm both looking for their first win of the season.
Noffel and Gowie and Rakamanu, both the fullbacks who have both had their own glimpses of brilliance during the season so far. Going to love to see how they both participate and go in this as Aki gets to the line there for the team.
Yeah, good stuff from Aki there. Ta'awa out of centre there, out of dummy half rather. Just looking a bit dangerous, stepping around and just testing out the waters in his first game. Nilsson, another solid run from an absolute brick wall of a second rower. He's going to play the ball. Cashel goes right rather. Ta'awa looking to see what he can do. It's not much. He just drives forward. He's taken a couple runs already, just getting his confidence up, and I think that he'll do that successful. Cashel right through the line, making a great deal of trouble there for the Hogs. He's looking to replace Eddie Oliver, yourself, pretty well so far. As Segarini's going to put up a very high kick, and they let it bounce the Hogs.
Nobody's there.
Oh! And it's Caleb Jeff. Caleb Jeff coming through and putting an absolute shot on Noffel and Gowie and forcing him to be trapped in goal.
Well, Caleb just is having none of that there, Caleb Jeff. And here he goes again, making the run for the team. He just went, none of that. You're staying in that in goal there, man. And Cashel here going out of dummy half. It goes out here to Powders.
And Powders looking deadly off that left foot there. He's reeled in though. Segarini goes to Robinson, the centre, looking to make as many meters as he can. He doesn't give the ball to Hone King, who's been a very solid winger so far for the Swarm. Segarini driven back in that one. He's about the only forward in this competition that's actually playing in lock. Or rather, only lock that's actually a forward, I think I should say, is the other Ta'awa taking a run now. Jason Powders kicking it straight into the back of Jeff there.
Not a kick there from Powders. And Jeff, he really should have been out of the way. Powders had plenty of room there to put in a beautiful bomb there. Looking to go to the winger there of Rakamanu. But it's just giving the Hogs here easy field position up to the halfway mark here as Keller gets the Hogs underway.
As we have Wilmer now going to Keller, playing the ball, and Keller just scoops it up and gives it to Daly. He's the newcomer. Or rather, not. He's not the newcomer. That's actually Carter Daly's brother. I forgot to mention that. It's the matchup of the two brothers. They're both forwards by trade. One's a prop, and that's Justice. And then Carter is a lock. As Keller goes left, Callahan goes to Rashford. And he's going to play the ball on the 30 here.
Oh, again, the swarm. It's not needed. There's Callahan. He's chosen to go for the kick here. That's a good option there for the Hogs. As the swarm here, that's 2 penalties in a row, and they're just letting the Hogs right into their half here. And Hogs here looking to get first points of the game.
Yeah, the Hogs are looking deadly already. McCuzzy running straight into the chest of Caleb Jeff. They go right. Keller.
Oh.
Daly finds the ball eventually. And that is Justice Daly. Keller goes left. McCuzzy. Ball to Rashford, and Rashford's in.
Wow. I thought that was a questionable pass there to Rashford, but Rashford cutting it off. And it looks like to be a player offside. Then he took advantage of that here. Getting the Hogs here for the first try of the season. Oh, that ball there.
That's all right then. I thought it did go forward, but it actually went back, hit the shoulder of Miko Rashford, and then it came off, deflected. He caught it before it hit any player or the ground and just got over the line. I'm fine with that, and the referee is too, as Callahan looks to convert here.
Yeah, very good call there from the ref. Just letting the game play on. No need for the bunker there. Beautiful stuff. As Callahan gets it over, 6 points ahead here for the Hogs.
Yeah, Callaghan doing a great job to kick and just convert there. And that's a whole bunch of confidence there for the Perth Hogs. The Swarm will be a little bit disappointed with the start to that game.
Yeah, they will be there. Giving away 2 penalties in a row and just inviting the Hogs straight into their half. That's where that try came from, errors. If the Swarm can calm that down, just get their team calm down. Rakamano at the back, just get their boys in check. They're still going to be in this game here.
Buckley now playing the ball. Keller goes left. Wilmer goes to McCuzzy. He's brought down there 30-something meters out from his own line. Daly now running and absolutely rampaging towards Jeff. He's brought down with a bit of effort there as McDade now goes to Nuffel and Gowie.
Good tackle.
Great tackle over the top. It's David Ta'awa. And now Justice Daly goes to Buckley. And that's going to be the last tackle of this set as they look to play it here. And we'll see what they want to do. It's Callaghan with a bit of a shocker off the boot there. And Arki collects it nicely. Arki straight through the line. Arki, it's a foot race. Miko Rashford reels him in. And that is a very good tackle from Rashford. It looked like he was very dangerous and almost destined to score there, Arki.
Well, that was a beautiful defensive set there from the Swarm. And Arki, well, he was looking at line. He was on the treadmill there for a second. As Tiawa driving his way to the 5. They need to watch him here, the Hogs.
And Rashford's one of the fastest players in the comp as Bonsakai has made his way over. Referee says held up, though.
Held up. Not going to the bunker there. That's an interesting call there from the ref.
4th tackle now. Powders splits it inside Segarini. Manu looking dangerous. Can't get away from the Hogs defense. They were just absolutely everywhere. As Cashel goes right. Powders putting up a very high kick. The debutant looking for the ball. He doesn't get it, and Harris Andrews comes down with it.
Andrews, calm and collected, takes that ball beautifully. Isn't scared by anything, Andrews. There's a beautiful take. There's Daly getting through the line. Rakamani there wrapping them up. And the Hogs there, they're straight out of the danger zone. They're nearly up to the halfway.
Yeah, and there's Bryce Young now taking on the line. Maverick Keller goes left. Callaghan finding McCuzzy. Another run from that second rower. There's the bright green pink hair. He reminds us all of a certain individual by the name of Snicko Bro and how he conducts himself throughout the SRL and especially in the Discord. As Nuffel and Gowie looking for some space there, but Ta'awa giving none of it. Rashford goes right. McCuzzy looking dangerous indeed, but no dice. And doesn't get through the line. Caleb Jeff bringing him down. Culligan now puts in a grubber, but he drops it before. Oh, and he just threw the ball out of frustration. I didn't see who that was. I think it was actually Keller, and he just threw the ball straight at the Swarm out of frustration. We'll get a replay on that one.
Very interesting there. I do not know why the ball just got thrown straight at the Swarm there from the Hogs. But I'm really enjoying the Swarm's defense here on the fullback and Noffel Gowie. They've really been watching how he plays.
Manu, sorry to cut you off. Manu's through the line here. Noffel Gowie brings him down eventually, but he just about beats 4 tackles there. Playing the ball, Cashel goes left. Powders finds Ta'awa. Crash play now. Put on his back there. We'll see what they do. They go left. Powders driven back.
Well, Powders is out here. Who's going to get the ball?
I think they'll have to go. And yes, they do. They go to Robinson, actually. And put up very high. Tapped back. Rakamanu through the line, and Manu's in.
Well, the captain there, I spoke about it earlier. He needed to get his boys in check, and he went, nah, I'm doing this myself here. And again, as you were saying, Kay, in the previous game, that play there from the SRL where they put up the bomb and it gets tapped back from the winger to the fullback, and Rakamanu taking absolute advantage of that. And Powders, he's got a kick here to tie it up with 20 minutes into the first half.
Yeah, and just, wow, what a phenomenal effort from Manu. You know, Powders, he's got a difficult kick here, but Manu, he has been a quiet in the last game against the Ravens. He was quite quiet in attack, and it looks like he's turned right on for this game, and hopefully he's going to get the Swarm over the line here.
Good kick there from Powders. Callaghan going to get us underway here, and hopefully the Hogs here, they need a good defensive set here against the Swarm, because they've got a bit of momentum now here, the Swarm, and we all know what the Swarm can do with momentum. They're a very good attacking team, as both of their games have been attacking. They just never get away with it. But the Swarm going to need to look for good defense, and the Hogs need to watch out for their attack.
Absolutely. Bonsakari fielding that kick, finds Murphy, and it looks like the bench reserves. They've come on for both teams. It's Phoenix Murphy, a second rower. He's another newcomer to the Hamilton Swarm. He had to be moved in due to some of the players moving around, and namely Lockie Cashel moving into that hooker role. As Segarini is going to be brought down, playing the ball. Bonsakaru finds Bontoft, looking around for some support to get an offload to, but he doesn't quite get anyone there. As Powders spreads it to Manu. Manu's going to step around the line. Makazi brings him down, and wow, what a height difference there is there. And I'm sure Igor gets for pretty much every person. As Cashel's just taking a run on that last tackle, and he actually got some meters there. I don't mind that play at all.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you there. Cashel not really wanting to go for the kick and just taking it himself, and he got about 20 meters, 15 meters there for his team. And wanting to, again, back their defense. The Swarm are really looking here, Hamilton, really looking here to back their defense in this game, maybe wanting to prove something to themselves here.
And I think it's a bit of a mind game as well from Lockie Cashel there. You do that early on in the game, and in a position where it doesn't so matter if you dart out a dummy half as long as your defense can get to them in time. But then when you're on the line, you're 10, 5, just a meter out, and you're just worried about Cashel, that takes away from some other defensive efforts, some other defensive thoughts, and that can really get in the way of the Hogs' defense. And I think that's what Lockie Cashel's really trying to show off, that he's got pace and he's got the ability to break the line, so don't give him a chance.
Yeah, no, and I reckon Cashel's upgrading. He's been focusing on his fitness and strength, and I reckon with that extra fitness upgrade, that's going to allow him to be consistent with those runs out of dummy half, which is hoping to keep those mind games, as you're saying there, Cad, playing throughout the whole 80 minutes here.
Absolutely, as we have Rakamanu spreading to Phoenix Murphy, who goes straight through the line. And Nuffel and Gowie has to bring him down, and that's great ball there for Phoenix Murphy. Lucky Cashel going left, Segarini fending off one. Brought down just before the 40. Cashel goes to Powders. Rakamanu. Hone King now. And he's going to play the ball. It's the last tackle. The Swarm looking to try and put some pressure on the Hogs and keep them down this opposite end of the field.
Good kick there from Powders. Need to watch out. Oh, good tackle there on Andrews. And the Swarm here again backing their defense. I reckon this has been something that the coach has worked on. And when I was there, our defense was something that the coach wanted to work on that second round. And it's looking to pay dividends here for the moment at the Swarm. They're just driving back this Hogs attack.
Absolutely. Rashford now finding Callahan. Callaghan rather.
Watch
As
the early kick here.
Wilmer with an early kick inside his own 40. Doesn't have any angle on it. Goes straight down the guts. Raikamanu fields it. Takes his time. Steps one, but can't get away. And that's a good start of the set there from Raikamanu.
Again, Wilmer being a half playing in that lock position, it's pretty handy to have 3 playmakers on the field, and it's good to have him back there in the pocket. He put in a very good kick there and also good defense there from the Hogs as Tiawa breaks the tackle and gets the ball away to Zegarini, who breaks another one. Beautiful work here from the Swarm.
Segarini looking dangerous there. Cashel finds Ta'awa. That's David rather than Kenny. He's going to play the ball on the 30. Going right now. Jason Powders to Bonsakau. And he's going to be brought down just before the 20 here. We'll wait to see what the Swarm do there. A little bit close to the line yet again as Jason Powders finds Segarini, who just runs the ball instead. I think it was a little bit of a miscommunication there, and the Hogs don't get as much pressure put on them as they probably should have.
Yeah, the 5th tackle option there, not getting the ball, not getting to the person that it wanted to. It was a bit unfortunate there after a very good attacking set. But they've got their defense here, and at the moment they're looking to be holding out this Hogs attack. If they can keep it up here, they're going to be in a very good chance here going into halftime.
Yeah, they will be. It's obviously a tied match at the moment, and we'll see what they look to do. I think it'll be a very close second half with just over 5 minutes left in this half. As Cashel makes a tackle on Cox there. He's going to play the ball. 30 out from the opposition try line. Keller goes to Brown, and Brown's going to take the last hit up of the set. Looking dangerous indeed. We'll wait to see what they do. Zachary Brown. Callaghan puts up a very high kick there. The chasers are a little bit away. Raikamanu absolutely folded there. Raikamanu crunched in that tackle, but he gets back up.
It was a bit slow there, Manu getting back up. Hopefully he's okay. Might need to get the trainer out there to have a look at him. Is Hone King, who is one of the quickest players out on the field there today. And it's a beautiful take there from Manu, but he got worse for wear there coming out.
Yeah, Manu was unfortunate there as Cashel done his one race, fending off one. Cashel, what a run from him. He is filling his Eddie Oliver's, your boots rather. Very well as Hone King with a kick. That's an interesting one. It's a good kick actually. Nufflingawi having to let it bounce before getting it.
Good tackle.
And
these new players here for the Swarm coming in, they're doing an amazing job here and doing an effort for that jersey. I remember playing for that jersey, and it's just an amazing jersey to play for. The team has an amazing vibe to us. Manu there brings down Kelly.
Yeah, so Swarm look for their first win of the season. Obviously coming off last season the best and winning the Premiership and having that to their name. There's Nufflingawi brought down now. Jason Powder's the one making the tackle. Absolutely just clobbered him over the top. Rashford now made a try-saving tackle earlier, but he's been pretty quiet in attack. As Keller goes left, Callaghan putting in a kick. Raikamanu going to field it. It's going to be probably the last play, or the second last play of the half. As Raikamanu plays the ball, Cashel goes to Nilsson, driving forward in that tackle. Nilsson is going to try and get up and play the ball quickly before the hooter, and he does. Cashel goes right. Bonsakari, there's the halftime siren. And Ta'awa is going to take the last hit up of the half. It's a 6-all game, the Perth Hogs and the Swarm. We're looking forward to the second half and seeing what both of these teams can come up with. welcome back. It's the second half of the Perth Hogs versus Hamilton Swarm clash live on SRL TV. It's round 3 of the SRL Mines, and we're looking forward to this second half. A fantastic first half put on display. Raikamani going over for the Swarm pretty late into that half, and it's just phenomenal stuff from him as we look to push on. What do you think of that first half? And how do you think either team's going to look for, what do you think they're going to look for to really pull it over the other team here?
Yeah, it was a very good first half there from both teams. And also coaches, I reckon we're both happy with how both those teams performed in that first half. Coming away 6-all, good run there from Daly. Both teams, I reckon, to break each other apart, they just need to keep working down the middle and tire each other out, because after that second trial score, there's pretty much back-to-back footy there from both teams. And it's just going to, I reckon here, it's just going to be who breaks first.
Absolutely, as we have Justice Daly now taking the first run. McDade putting in a kick. Oh, sorry, the last run as puts in a kick. Hone King fielding it and not making too many meters there.
Hone King hasn't really had a chance here in open space here tonight, and it's gonna be really interesting to see him in it, because there is one other player on the team there for the Hogs, and that player there is Rashford, who's got the exact same speed stats here as Hone King, and it'd be very interesting to see those two in a foot race. But unfortunately not yet here today. It's a good ball there, a Daly straight through.
Oh, and Wilmer's come off with the intercept. Cashel making about his first error of the game, I think it was. No, it was actually rather... I actually don't know who that was for the Swarm. Who's on that edge there? It was Justice Daly, was it? Wearing a headgear, I didn't realise. As we have Bryce Young pushing forward. Playing the ball. Keller goes left. Justice Daly there. Sorry, it was Carter Daly making the error. All these Dalys making me a little bit confused. There's a whole clan of them sitting around in the SRL Mines. And a whole lot more of them to come, yet to be waiting assigned a team, as Buckley's going to play the ball on the last. Keller goes right. Callaghan puts up a very high kick. What will they do here? They let it bounce. Raikamani forced to take it after the bounce, and he's forced in goal.
Well, Manu thinking there the kick would just roll dead, but no, the Hogs there got a good bounce, and it forced Manu to play his hand at the ball, and they're going to get a repeat set here. That's a good drop kick there from Powders.
Absolutely. Justice Daly taking that first run. We saw a similar thing happen down that end in the first half. It was obviously the teams reversed, and it looks like the Hogs have just taken one from the Hamilton Swarm playbook, and it's worked for them so far as they look to push on. Jesse Kelly breaking through the line, stepping around and making it 15 metres out for his team. Keller goes left. Wilmer links up with Young. Brought down there. Bryce Young. It's going to be Keller again, finding McDade inside ball to Noffalingawi. Looking very dangerous there. Last tackle now. That set went very quickly indeed. As Noffalingawi is going to play the ball. Maverick Keller goes left. Wilmer putting in a grubber. Cashel's away.
Cashel!
He's come away with the ball. Breaks a tackle. And wow, he has been phenomenal for the Swarm so far.
The hooker was on the treadmill there with that 62 speed there. He saw the trial line at 100 meters, and he broke a couple of tackles there, and he's back in the dummy half, getting the ball away to the props to get some meters. Well, Cashel set them up here, hoping for a good set here, and got this Swarm straight out of trouble there. His Manu nearly gets through the line there.
Yeah, if Cashel had a little bit more pace, I think he was gone for all money. You know, if he was an 80 rated speed, I think he would have been gone. As Ta'awa gets very close to the sideline. We'll see if he goes into touch in this last one here. No, they don't. Fifth tackle. Cashel putting in a kick now. He's done absolutely everything for his team. He's a newcomer into that hooker role. He's off the bench just last round, and now he's in the starting side, and he's absolutely proving why he deserves to be there.
Yeah, indeed there. Cashel doing everything, starting off the set and finishing off the set there, Cashel. And the Swarm here again backing their defense and still showing to be holding up here early into this second half, and the Hogs here looking to get out of their own end.
Rashford stepping, looking to go around. He's very, very quick. Raikamanu has to get to him quicker. Aris Andrews now going right. Maverick Keller finding Bruce Buckley, and that's going to be the last tackle of the set. Keller getting to the ball. Goes right. McDade putting in a kick now. Crossfield goes left. And it's fielded well by Arki. Stepping one. Arki's got a little bit of pace. And he's brought down there.
Arki again showing his danger as he did in the first half. They nearly got the first try there for the Swarm in the first half, but he got pulled down. I reckon in these next couple of weeks, he might want to focus on that speed upgrade because it's going to prove for him vital towards coming to the end of the season.
Absolutely, as Cashel finds Daly on the inside. Just pushing through the middle of the field here. I'm looking forward to another Lockie Cashel dummy half run as Caleb Jeff gets absolutely monstered in that tackle there. The hooker looking around over his shoulder, seeing what he can inspire for his team. He's going to go down to the left edge. Jason Powder's putting in a kick and he snaps it off the right boot. Finds the wing of Jesse Kelly, who's going to field it. Steps one, Jesse Kelly, but he can't get away from Manu.
Good kick there, and Kelly got a good returning for his team as Keller, the number 9, getting his team some meters, gets his team over the 35 here. I thought that McKay there was looking for an early kick option, but gets rounded up on the 40 there for the Hogs.
Yeah, I thought McDade was looking for a 20-40, which we don't actually have in our rule set, but nonetheless, I thought he was going for it anyway. They go left now. McDade finding Callaghan.
McDade, my apologies about that pronunciation.
As Callaghan's going to play the ball. They go left. Rashford now putting in a kick for himself. Finds the wing. Down to Arki. Marley Arki looking to see what he can do here. He stirs up a bit of trouble.
Again. And
Nuffel and Gowie has to get to him.
Arki is constantly, whenever he's getting the chance, stepping that first defender. And here goes Bonsa Kahu, the number 7, coming in. He's done he's been very good here, the number 7. He's got the team. Oh, Caleb Jeff. He's finally setting his dominance, the big man, and getting his team just over halfway. As
Robinson's going to get linked there. He's brought down, though, nonetheless. Cashel goes right now. Jason Powders finding Raikamani, stepping through the line, turning inside out, gets an offload away to Segarini. Last tackle now, 15 out from the opposite try line. Cashel's looking what to do. He's looking a bit frantic here. Cool, calm and collected. Jason Powders puts up a very high ball here. And it's taken tapped back. Manu's in for a double.
Raikamanu, he's getting in there for his second try of the game. And he's showing his captaincy, he's showing his skill, he's showing his dominance. And he's putting his touch on this game. Absolutely amazing. What a step there. And again there, Kay, that SRL play, putting the bomb up and a beautiful tap back. And he's there every time there, the fullback. He's working for it, and it's coming out here for him.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff there from Raikamanu. That's the second time they've done that, the Swarm, in this match, and it's worked both times. It happened down the other end of the field, and it was Zach Robinson tapping back earlier, but now it's the newcomer Kenny Ta'awa on debut, setting up a try for his skipper. And it was a fantastic tap back. He just got above the rest of them, and they stood no chance here, the Hogs in defense, trying to stop a Raikamanu that close to the line with that much pace.
I want to look for the Hogs here to hopefully get some possession. I want them to give a very good defensive set here against the Swarm. And get a good returning and hopefully force an error or something here, the Hogs. Because we all know Nuffel and Gowie at the back there. He can step anybody and hopefully they can inject him late in the second half.
Absolutely. They need to abuse Nuffel and Gowie's ability to get under the high ball. He's a tall fullback. He's winger by nature. But he's a tall fullback in this SRL Mines comp, and he's got that aerial weapon archetype. They need to put him under the high ball and just try and get some points on the board. I think that no one can outleap him. I don't see anyone from the Swarm particularly as tall as him, so I think that if they do that, they'll find some success. But I digress, as Cashel's going to go to Powders, who looks for an early kick, but it's a shocker off the boot, and Young just takes it straight into touch.
Well, the Hogs, they nearly had what they wanted. An error there, not the kick there that Powders wanted, but similar to last week there with Dom, the kick there and just sharp for the Firehawks taking into touch. This is pretty much just a reincarnation of that here today.
Yeah, and I think that man, Hone King, knows better than anyone what that can do, as it's an offside penalty. And wow, you don't see that often.
No, we don't.
No, we don't, as the Hogs get the penalty right back at them.
Well, the Hogs here, they've got that error that they've wanted. It didn't come in the way that they would have thought of, but it's here. Keller getting his team underway. And the Hogs here, they've got a chance here to tie it up with about 18 minutes left in this game.
As Keller is going to go to Buckley. Igor McCuzzy. The best field position that they've had for a while. The Hogs. Third tackle now, 15 out. They need a look for anyone, really. Nofalingawi is on that edge. He didn't want to force that pass, and I don't blame him. The Swarm was coming in to jam in defense. McDade now. Buckley takes a settler. Absolutely clobbered in that tackle. What a contest that one was. As Keller goes right. Callaghan putting up a very high kick. Do they use Nofalingawi? No, they don't. Raika Manu stealing it mid-air and taking a very comfortable catch.
Good take there from Manu. As you said, comfortable, calm, collective. Took that catch there beautifully there, Raika Manu. And Kashel getting out of dummy half to Daly. They're just working it out, one-on-one stuff here. The Swarm just trying to keep this lead and get their first win of the season.
Absolutely, as we have Ta'awa now playing the ball. Powders with a run there. Kashel, not as many runs as he's been doing. As Ta'awa goes to Hone King. Struggling to make meters in this middle bit of the field here. The 40 to 40, they've been a little bit testy as Kashel finds Phoenix Murphy. Almost puts him into space, but Murphy just runs straight into the Hogs defense instead. As Kashel's going to go right here. Jason Powders putting in a kick. That's a little bit better from Jason Powders. As Harris Andrews filled it. And he's got a little bit of pace there. But Raika Manu makes sure to cover him.
It's interesting how Andrews just ran straight towards the sideline there, hoping to get around Manu. Which I would have... Oh, that was a questionable ball there. Don't know why that happened. But Andrews just ran straight to the sideline. It was good work there from Manu. He just used the sideline, just drew him into it. As my Cuzzy does dangerous stuff there from the Hogs.
Yeah, Mike Cuzzy just butchered that pass. He was trying to find and just cut out all the way to the wing of Harris Andrews. Miko Rashford got the ball in the face instead. As Nofalingawi now through the line. Looking dangerous. Nofalingawi is brought down. I don't think it was Kashel.
No.
And it's Callaghan kicking it into the back of his own player again.
Well, at all of the stages of the game to do that, he decides, well, probably not his fault, but I happen here 12 minutes left. And while they needed points, it's Kashel here. He's going to get the Swarm here underway. And there's still 12 minutes left here, okay? Anything can happen. But the Swarm here looking pretty controlled, dominant, and just going into the sheds here with this 6-point lead. As
Bonsako looking dangerous. He probably could have come off the right boot there and just cut back inside, but he decided just to not risk it. There's Arki now driving through the line and held in tackle penalty. The Hogs just giving away, and Jason Powder's going to extend this lead by 2.
Smart play there from Raika Manu. Calling for the 2. He's been in this position before, Manu. He knows how to get the win. Deciding to take the 2 here, the captain. He's gotten the team 12 points, and he wants Powders here just to get that nice little safe point, 8-point buffer there for the Swarm.
Yeah, and it makes it a lot safer there. The Hogs are going to have to really try if they're going to even push it into golden point, to be honest. As Callaghan's going to kick off here. We'll wait to see what the Hogs do, but it's not looking hopeful for them at the moment.
No, it's really not okay. The 8-point buffer is not going to help them. And I reckon scoreboard pressure is going to force them to make some plays that you wouldn't see them make, and probably get some more errors than they would have not wanted in this game. But I hear Kashel taking it, getting it off here to Daly.
Yeah, and Daly off to a great start there. Kashel goes left. Jason Powders finding Ta'awa. Brought down in that tackle. 35 metres out from the try line, their own try line that is, as Phoenix Murphy taking a run. And I think that the Swarm will just be looking to try and run down this clock and not give any errors and not give the Hogs an inch, as Jeff absolutely clobbers Maverick Keller.
Beautiful stuff there from Jeff. He's been a bit quiet in the first half, but he's come out here for another stint and he's just shown what he can do with a full tank. As it's last tackle here, just on the halfway here for the Swarm. They're going out to Powders. That's not the kick that they wanted. And McDade gets the Hogs, well, into some good field position here.
It may not be over yet if the Hogs can score in this set. Bryce Young doing his best to get as close to the try line as he can. Maverick Keller finds Brown. They're just going through the middle here and making 10 meters a tackle. Not a bad strategy at all. Keller goes left again. Buckley. Oh, Buckley's been hit by Jeff and he spills the ball. Phoenix Murphy's got a bit of space here. And now that is a opportunity going begging there for the Hogs.
Well, you reckon that's game there. Trying to return the favor there, the Hogs. But Caleb Jeff, I think that's his second time that he's done it here. Oh, Rakamanu again, the captain. Caleb Jeff, well, he just took the game to his own hands there and went, none of this. That's game over here for the Hogs.
As we've got Jeff playing the ball in the 30. If they do get the ball back, they'll be very hard done by to get out of their own half. As Ta'awa is brought down. About 22 meters out from the opposition try line now. Powders goes to Bonsakau. Bonsakau brought down. 15 out from the try line. Cashel goes left. Phoenix Murphy finds Jason Powders. Not a very great kick there. It's taken cleanly by Hone King, and there'll be a turnover there.
Hone King, a little bit quiet there, but he got a touch on the ball there. Good take. Wasn't the kick, though, that Hone King would have wanted there from Powders. Is Young going through the line there. The Hogs here, well, it's game over. Consolation try could be in the works, but the Swarm here looking to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, the Swarm will be happy with their performance, especially the second half performance. They just haven't given the Perth Hogs any opportunities, and in juxtaposition there, the Hogs just giving away penalties, just silly stuff, giving away field positioning, giving away errors, and the Swarm have made them really pay for that. As we've got Andrews now through the line, looking for some points. He can't get to the line. Brought down by his opposition winger, Marley Arkey. Rashford goes to Zachary Brown, and that pretty much sums up. Oh, Brown putting in a kick on the go. I didn't think he was going to do that. But Raikamanu now gets his way out of the in goal, and that will be game, I think, for both sides here. The Perth Hogs are going to go down to the Hamilton Swarm as Murphy gets a shot put on him there. I don't think he's going to be too worried about it at this point in the game. David Ta'awa taking a settler. He's going to play the ball. Cashel goes right. Bonsakau goes to Phoenix Murphy. Another drive there. Going left, Bonsakau. Caleb Jeff. He's going to take the last run of the game, and that's the game. The Hamilton Swarm 14, the Perth Hogs 6. The Swarm walk away with their first victory of the season, and the Hogs with yet another defeat.
Beautiful stuff there from the Swarm, getting their first win of the season here, and with some beautiful standouts from players taking up new positions and also coming into this Mines competition. The Hogs there in the last 5 minutes were really giving it their all, trying to make some plays. And there it is, Lockie Cashel. They're getting player of the match, man of the match there. Raikamanu, though, the cat.
Sorry, you can say it, mate.
I was about to say that Raikamanu with 2 tries. I would have thought that the captain would have gotten it there. He's well deserved there, the captain. He put the team on his back. But Lockie Cashel there apparently coming away here for the man of the match.
Only with 1 point over Raikamanu, and that is a very close call indeed. I think Cashel deserved it, though. He definitely got his team down the opposite end. As we look at some of the stats, Keller, and we'll disregard his run meters as a hooker, but David Nufalangawi, the fullback, 137 meters. McCuzzy, 127. Then the next top was not cracking the 100. Justice Daly coming in for the first game in the SRL Mines. No, sorry, that's the other Daly for the Swarm. So no, that's not his first game. As we look to move on for the Swarm, let's have a look at some of these ones, Eddie.
Well, Lockie Cashel here, 251. And being honest, I'll have to agree with some of those meters because his running out of dummy half was beautiful there from Cashel. Manu, though, man of the hour, in my opinion, who really should have gotten that man of the match there. He got his team back into the game and did it very well for his team. Also, Aki and Tiawa getting some really good meters, especially Tiawa there for his position in the second row. And Caleb Jeff here is a bit quiet in that first half, but he's come down here. And he got some meters, got some bumps, and in my opinion, he summed up the game with that big hit there towards the end of the second half.
Absolutely, and we look at some of Rakamanu's stats here. He got 18 runs, 7 line breaks. That is a phenomenal number. He only had 1 missed tackle in the whole game. And, you know, it's just great stuff. Cashel had 4 line breaks as well, and Arki had 5. you know, those blokes were just absolutely running rampant in this game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. It was very good there from the spine, and also Lockie Cashel coming in like he's been there for ages. Just coming in, owning it, owning the moment, and owning the opportunity that he was given there this week. Well done there from the Swarm.
Absolutely, and it's been a pleasure having you join me, Eddie, in the commentary box. It's the Swarm 14, the Hogs 6, and that is the conclusion to this third round of the SRL Mines. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week for more SRL Mines action.
Thanks, guys.